know there are things that make you cry and things that make you hurt. And I know I'm not the only one. Sometimes I be just frustrated sometimes with the trials of life. Like some of this stuff feels too heavy. And like there's an arrow coming all the time. And a new video about me all the time, and a battle in the office all the time, and this challenge all the time, and now my dog is crippled and we're trying to nurse it. There's always some kind of, y'all pray for Chance. My dog had a spinal injury and we nursing him back to health like he's a senior citizen, and we changing his diapers, and we like it's always, and the Lord ain't lifting he's not gonna remove us from sufferings in this life. I want to help some of you who have a low theology to think that you're gonna pray your way out of suffering in this life. It's never gonna happen. I want to set you up well, because some of us have bought into a Western gospel that says you heard preachers, come to Jesus and he will make everything perfect. You'll get everything you want. So we listen to the prosperity speech that make, if you come to Christ, you make him a genie, and then we have an unrealistic expectation of God that if we serve him, we will have no problems. And if we're faithful, we have no problems. And if we're consistent, we have no problems. And let me tell you, you will never be exonerated from suffering and from problems and trials. Jesus said, in this life you will have. Watch. And why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this to untether you from being so attached to this life. See, we so attached to this life, we don't long for what Jesus said. I have gone to prepare a place for you, that where I am, there you will be also. But you know one of the things he helps us to long for heaven? Pain. You know what else helps us long for glory? Suffering. You know what else helps us long for glory? Trials, tribulations, hardships. Like, Lord, I'm doing everything I know to do, and I'm dealing with all of this brokenness and hell and troubles. Yes, and it is not going to stop, because he don't want you to be so attached to now that you don't have a hope for when he wrote in Revelation through John. For a day is coming where he will make all things new, and I will wipe away every tear from their eye, and there will be no more pain, and there will be no more suffering, and there will be no more trials and no more tribulations, for the former things have passed away. And so pain, part of its purpose is to create a longing in our hearts for what he went to prepare. A place where we never suffer again. Right? And so sometimes even in prayer, it's me just connecting my heart to eternity. And sometimes saying in prayer, Lord, I gotta remind myself for the sufferings of these present time, they're not worthy to be compared. I'm talking like this in prayer, to the glory that shall be revealed. And see, some of us Western Christians, American, we don't think about eternity. You're only thinking about next week. Right? And part of the hell he allows us to go through is to help us not be so attached to right now, that we actually have a desire for what he went to create. And sometimes prayer is just saying, like, sometimes it's not even asking, it's like it's like, Lord, I know where you are and I know where I will be. Give me strength to just keep going. Grace to get through this. And sometimes the prayer is not, Lord, get me out, but what are you teaching me while I'm here? What are you trying to shape in me while I'm here? What thing are you doing in me while I'm here? Sometimes God will use pain to shape character, develop faith, like fix your eyes and to bring you back to him. So sometimes for me it's not always praying to get out. It's Lord, what are you doing in it while I'm here? Right? And I think there's an eternal thing that also is happening in faith. Like this is the highest activity a human being can engage in, and that is talking to a heavenly being. And thank you, Holy Spirit. I want to say this to somebody in the room. If Paul wrote we should pray without ceasing, then prayer should be like breathing. Yes. It should be like this ongoing dialogue we're having with God all the time. So we're just in the car and we're talking to him, and we're at the job walking to the thing, we're thinking about him. We're in the shower and we're singing songs. It's like, it's this all, so I don't always have to wait until I get to my prayer room at 4 a.m. I could be taking my trash bin down to the corner, and on the way back, I'm looking up at the sky and thanking God for my house, and I'm about to go back in there and I got a loving wife, and I'm about to go watch movies because it's Friday, and I'm walking back towards the house like, Lord, just thank you for my wife and for my children. Like, we just have this ongoing dialogue where we're just talking to him all the time about everything. And sometimes when we have nothing to say, it's like, Lord, I just thank you. And it'll transform your whole life. Can I read Psalm 34 to somebody? In Psalm 34, the writer says, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul makes its boast in the Lord. Let the humble hear and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. Here it is, verse 4. I sought the Lord. I love this part. Gosh, man, it's so powerful. It reminds us that he's not deaf, and he answered me. And look what he has the power to do. And he delivered me from all of my fears. That means you might still have trouble, but he'll give you the courage to go through it. And I like this part. Those who look to him, they are radiant. Like, why does Tim Timberlake shine like that? Well, he looks to him. And Philip Anthony Mitchell, he's real dark, but he's radiant. Like, I know I'm real black. I ain't got beautiful skin like Tim Timberlake. Like, I'm real dark. He said, what? I'm still beautiful, right? I'm still radiant. Like, you see, but why are we radiant? Our faces, why? They shine. They never shed. Why? Because we just keep looking to him. Verse 6, this poor man cried, and the Lord heard him, saved him out of his troubles. And I like, what are we trying to tell you tonight? You know what Tim and I are fighting for tonight in you? Deeper intimacy with God. Like, not doing ministry out of the overflow of strength, not doing marriage out of the overflow of strength, not doing friendships out of the overflow of your own personal strength, but doing everything in our life from the overflow of just intimacy with God.